What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Steven Ostentoski here of Maize and Brew, bringing you another Michigan basketball highlights video. Michigan won big over the UCF Golden Knights, 80-58. Really impressive performance considering how rough of a start this game was, especially defensively for the Wolverines. Michigan improves to 4-0 on the season. Let's get into the highlights of this game. All right, right away for UCF, like I said, they got off to a good start. Here's a shot on a drive that goes in on a tip-in. Michigan responding early here, pass from Mike Smith down to Davis, who loses it, but then is able to get a handle, somehow puts that in while being triple teamed, tied up early here. Michigan was willing to give up mid-range jumpers here. So here we can see Davis doesn't really challenge the shot there, and their pick-and-roll defense left a little bit to be desired. Wagner again getting into foul trouble early. Here's a charge call. Looked like the guy was leaning into him a little bit, but it was called offensive foul. Wagner doesn't agree. Miscommunication here between Livers and Wagner, leaving 21 on the drive. Davis, I thought, did a good job coming over. They called him on a foul here, maybe got a little bit of the body on him, but I thought it was close to a clean block, but we've seen clean blocks not get called in the past. Here's a nice pass across from Mike Smith to Brooks, who nails a three from the wing here. Michigan, again, giving room on the pick and roll. Davis not challenging the shot there. And that was a theme early on the pick and roll defense. Nice steal here from Mike Smith going down the court here, getting a foul on UCF's one of their more athletic players, number 21 there. Good job for Mike Smith again, getting in front of that pass and then just drawing the contact, right? Getting that foul, getting him on the line, and nailed a couple free throws there. Again, here's pick and roll defense. No help for Mike Smith there on the drive, and UCF cooking early. Here's a pass from Mike Smith over to Wagner. Really good pin play here. So let's go back real quick and watch this play. So you're going to have Mike Smith who goes off of the screen action here. And you'll notice that you have UCF has two guys now guarding Mike Smith here. You're going to have Davis come down, set a pick here, and this is going to just open up Wagner, right? You got two guys guarding here. All you need to do is get the ball over to Wagner, and that's just going to create some space. And watch the hand movement you'll see here from Davis right here. He's going to see the pass as Davis goes down to the key. This is also going to force the defender for the Golden Knights to drop down here. This closeout is a big man coming out against Wagner. Look at all this room, right, for Wagner to drive to the baseline. All Davis has to do is ensure he cuts off 21 from getting there. And you can see the arm motion here for Davis. He's calling out, I'm going to do a pin right here, right? He's not asking for the ball. He's saying, go. I'll pin him. And he just blocks him off right there. See that? So that's a really good play off the pick and roll, noticing how the Golden Knights play that. Davis going down to the key, blocking off 21, and that's an easy dunk for Franz Wagner. So that's a well thought up play here. Poor eyes from Wagner on this next possession, unfortunately. So you'll see right here when the pick is coming, you see Wagner looking this way, right? He's looking, and that just gives enough time for 13 to blow by him, and Wagner picks up a foul as a result. That's his second. He would go out early here. Nice drive from Brooks, although he does get a charge call. You can see he does jump into the big man for UCF, bowls him over. I think that's a pretty definitive call there for the charge. Again, here's pick and roll defense, right? No help. And that's tough. And there was a shift after this moment for Michigan here. You can see Livers is kind of put at a disadvantage here with this screen. There's no way he's going to be able to guard number 3. That's just a bunch of open space. With how hard Michigan was playing the pick and roll, you know, instead of Davis dropping down here to force a pass, instead of him dropping down here and forcing a pass for this drive, you know, maybe you have to kick out to the big man and pass around, anything like that. Instead, Davis followed his man to the top of the key. No help down low. It's an easy dunk. And that was a big reason why UCF got a lot of points early, is because of that approach to the pick and roll. Here's miscommunication that allowed an alley-oop to Davis. He got a pass from Chaundee. Actually, no, that's a nice little crossover. Goes to the elbow, knocks down a shot. It's just a really good play for him. Here's a couple of highlights of the offensive plays. There was Davis on the alley-oop. There's Chaundee Brown with the little crossover and little shot from the elbow. He started heating up later in this game. We'll get to that. Here's a pass, a 3 that Chaundee probably could have closed out on a little bit harder, but regardless, that's okay. Here's an attempt for Chaundee Brown that gets blocked. UCF had a really good defensive game, at least early on, athletic team. And then at the other end, Brown can't get back quick enough for the block here. He was close. You like to see that hustle from Chaundee Brown. He just couldn't get there. Again, here's, I mentioned Wagner struggling early. There's a couple charges that UCF got. Again, here's a block against Livers, who couldn't get going early. Pass to Chaundee there that got blocked and went the other way for a basket. So just early struggles. Here's Mike Smith. Again, long athletic team for UCF going down. Good job from Livers to come back for the block there. But again, turnovers early. The athletic play from UCF causing some distress for the offense. Michigan's starting lineup really wasn't able to get a whole lot going early, but good hustle from there from Livers. But then he just gives up the baseline here, right? Baseline blow by for the layup. Good job contesting the shot, but maybe it's something you saw on film because he's really forcing him to go to his right here, go down the baseline, but he's just giving up way too much room, in my opinion, right? Just makes that way too realistic of a shot for him, and he capitalizes on it. That's a nice pass down low. Dickinson, I think, does a good job on defense there, but it's another basket. UCF was able to convert those tough baskets. Here's off the miss, and Livers goes for the long rebound and just a little bit careless with the basketball, right? This gets a basket for UCF. They were up 12. I think that was their largest lead of the game, but at this point, Livers is taken out, and now we have the lineup that generated some points for Michigan, to say the least. You got Dickinson, Terrance Williams, and Johns. So these guys went to work. Chaundee Brown in as the 2 here, and he also did some work. Here's Terrance Williams stopping the bleeding with an and one there. Strong finish down low. 21 leaned into it a little bit, so that is a good call for the block. Terrance Williams showing some life here. He's one of those true freshmen that has shown to compete. Maybe not the most polished player, but he plays super hard and is a nice spark for the offense overall. Here's a 3 that is converted there, and you can see Michigan here off of the pick and roll. They're offering help, right? Actually, not even a pick and roll, but Michigan not allowing them to get any easy baskets in the lane. You have Brandon Johns playing down. You had Terrance Williams coming to help. And this was the shift that Michigan took defensively. They're going to give those players the chance to hit those threes. They're just not going to let them in the paint. Nice spin move, left hook here from Dickinson down low. Get him started early. Here's a rebound for Dickinson off a turnover. Chaundee Brown gets the goaltend there. Good pass from Dickinson there on that play. And then really good defense from Dickinson, forcing a really tough shot. Went out of bounds in Michigan's ball there. Here's a really good job from Johns with the spin down low. He notices he's triple teamed, kicks it out to Chaundee Brown, and boom, there's his first triple of the day, one of many on the day. They were actually issued a flop warning, UCF was, after that play. Good job from Johns, not getting overwhelmed, kicking that back out to Chaundee Brown, open at the top of the key for a three-pointer. Here's a great play from Johns. So he forces just this tough play, right? Almost a turnover. I'm going to speed it up a little bit here. But that did a lot to bring down the shot clock, right? This is a tough play right here. Looks like a push-off right there on Mike Smith. So a tough 3, though, step-back 3, not able to convert, and that's all because of that early play from Johns forcing a shorter shot clock for the half-court offense for UCF. Good look from Williams over to Smith to Johns with a nice finish down low. My favorite thing that you'll notice after each basket, just watch this guy at the top of your screen. It went on all second half as well. He does this like, oh, gosh, darn it, on the bench. I love that guy, and he does it all game. It's really fun. Anyway, this lineup for Michigan generated a lot of those, oh, man. Here's Eli Brooks again going to the basket. There's that same guy on the bench. He's not very happy. Kick out block there, and good closeout from Johns. This is excellent defense from Johns. I'm actually going to back this up. He deserves a replay on this one. So it was a nice-looking pass from 24 to the wing. Notice the closeout, really disciplined, get your body on him, hands up, and then gets the block and the rebound. That's just everything you want out of your defender there. Here's a crazy finish for Terrance Williams. I didn't know he had in his arsenal. There's our favorite guy. I'm going to replay here. But Terrance Williams somehow able to convert this. Just a really tough shot. And then again, watch our favorite guy. I'm just going to call him Arm Swing Boy. I don't know what his name is. But that coach just can't have it, man. He's just mad. Number 4, top of the key here. This was, all right, so the Michigan put on a really good run here. Here was UCF's first points after the run. And look at that push-off, right? Push-off of Mike Smith right here. You can see Mike Smith goes flying because of it. Don't know what this ref is looking at. Michigan's bench goes crazy. That's a converted basket, but that's what it started to take for UCF to actually convert into some points. Terrance Williams to Mike Smith for the 3 missed, but Dickinson just being a man, offensive boards, and he gets a putback there. UCF here with a little drive, steal, pickpocket from Brooks. He's coming down the court now. Nice little hesitation move. Pass out to Johns. Johns with a nice wraparound pass to Dickinson up front. Just a beautiful play overall. Here we have Mike Smith at the top of the key here. Nice pass out to Terrance Williams. I think this is his first three, on the season. I could be wrong, but Terrance Williams getting involved early. Just an insanely athletic play for Franz Wagner. If he can convert more of these, he's just an insane weapon. There's just no room, you would think, if this is his last dribble, to be able to make that in 2 steps for a reverse layup. That length, just so intriguing for Franz Wagner at the offensive side here. Here we have just a deep three that Davis can't close out on quick enough. So, they were shooting okay in the first half. UCF was, especially early. Really good defense from Mike Smith there, forcing a tough shot. Good rebound from Davis. Here we have Franz driving to the basket, kicks out to Livers. Livers can't get anything going here. Still 0 points in the first half. That's a big storyline here, but Franz with a great putback off the offensive board. Again, here's Franz. I don't know how this wasn't a charge. He takes out 2 guys here. He needs to get a little bit better vision. He did have a good kick-out pass there, but a little bit out of control. Fortunate, I think that wasn't called a charge. Here's exactly the alternative he should have taken, right? Let me back this up. So he's driving to the lane, and look at what this does to the entire UCF defense. They're all 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. They're all collapsing right here. Look at what that does for your offense. A kick here, even if this guy can close out, you got a pass here. You got another pass to a Livers who would be out here for another pass if needed. Just opens up your offense so much. So Franz Wagner making that quick adjustment instead of driving too hard in the lane. He stops right in the middle of the lane, dishes out to Eli Brooks on the wing, and just nails an easy uncontested 3. Here's a tough shot again, I'm showing this shot just to prove to you that UCF did have offensive possessions. They were just contested shots late in the shot clock more often than not. Then Michigan was able to defend well. Here's a kick over to Eli Brooks. Little drive floater off the glass. Really beautiful shot from him. And here's, again, just Michigan's offense. That kick for Franz Wagner was huge. Michigan was just making a run here. Here's a nice floater from Eli Brooks as well. They were really just cooking. Up 10, you think they were down 12 just a few minutes ago, and really turned it around in this first half. That's a tough shot. Give him credit. I think Mike Smith could have done a little bit better on the defensive side there, but they're still fighting here. Great look from Dickinson over to Smith. Livers in the corner. Again, just can't convert. Good looks, but just can't convert for Livers. He was having a tough game. Meanwhile, you have Brown heating up in the second half here. Nice little long-range 2 there. Turnover for Eli Brooks. He had 4 turnovers on the day. That was one of them. Improves upon that, though, with this kick-out pass at Brown. And, again, he is heating up. Nice drive to the lane there for Brooks, able to kick that out, and Brown getting going. He's just huge, right? Like, he's either hit or miss, but he's been hit more than miss so far this season, proving to be a really valuable transfer. Heat check for him on the wing. Bench is going crazy. Dude's a sniper out there. Good drive from number 3, but good help for Livers, right? Coming down on defense, even though Livers couldn't get much going offensively. Defensively, he was big. Again, driving the lane. Good look there. Livers, missing that, but Franz able to put it back. Then you still have Hunter Dickinson. Hope you didn't forget about him. Little left easy floater here kind of for Dickinson. Just so smooth down low with that spin move as well. And then he's converting on the defensive side as well, just making it a really tough shot clock violation. Just doing it all for the freshman here. Here's Eli Brooks providing the ball down on the block for Franz Wagner. Nice kick out to Brown, who's continuing to be really hot from behind the 3-point line in this game. Eli Brooks with a nice drive here, except he just can't keep a handle on it. I said 4 turnovers on the day. He was up and down. Kick over to Johns. Good to see him nail a 3 from the corner. And just things are, pretty much clicking for Michigan. Good job on the defensive side of the ball again for Dickinson there. Everything working for Michigan with Mike Smith with a little step back too. I'm calling out a bunch of different names here for Michigan, and their offense is clicking. Here's a super heat check for Chaundee Brown. But again, the hustle from Dickinson, able to get the ball into Livers' hands there for his first points. And we're at, that was like 6 minutes left in the second half, and you're already up 26. And your leading scorer on the year just got his first points. That just shows how diverse of an offense it is for Michigan this year. Drive there, again, nothing going against Dickinson. He's just a force in the middle of that defense for Michigan. Livers from the wing, getting a little bit of a lucky home bounce there, but get his point total up to 5. Deep 3, that's what UCF had to resort to, a deep contested 3. Here's a really nice dish from Chaundee Brown to Dickinson on the baseline, who's able to put that home. Good look as he challenged the lane on the baseline. Dickinson there to throw it down. And then here we have garbage time. Zeb Jackson showing some athleticism. He wasn't able to convert these somehow, right at the basket, but showing his really good ability to get to the rim. Hesitation there with the pump fake. He's right there. So I really like to see that athleticism. Could see him improve on the defensive side of the board, a little bit sloppy there, but he's maybe a year away from really being a productive member of this team. So that's pretty much it, though. 80-58 was the final score. Let's look at some stats here. So the bench really warmed up for Michigan, right? Brown had 18 points. The Wake Forest transfer was really proven to be a key part of this team, both offensively and defensively. 7 for 12 shooting, 4 for 6 from three-point land, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. So overall, just insanely good performance from Chaundee Brown. Again, true freshman Hunter Dickinson. He had 14 points for 6 of 6, perfect on the floor, 2 for 2 free throws as well, 7 rebounds, tagged on an assist and 1 block as well. And then Terrance Williams, continually to show another true freshman here, ready to provide some really good minutes for Michigan. He had 10 points for 3 for 6 shooting, 1 for 2 from three-point range, and 6 rebounds on the day. So really good showing from the 2 freshmen, a transfer as well getting in there. Mike Smith did pretty okay in his time. So what did we learn in this game? We learned that the offense can be dynamic, right? There was only 11 points between Franz Wagner and Isaiah Livers. Truly a next man up, kind of a selfless offense where you could see completely different guys running the offense and stepping up from one game to the next, and this was a perfect example of that. And that's really good to see, that depth, especially because last year when Livers was out, Michigan's offense looked kind of lost. It's not really the case this year with the amount of depth they have. All right, number 2, defensive adjustments were huge, right? We saw early on the pick and roll offense for UCF was really clicking, and Michigan had to make an adjustment to force them into their deep 3 shooting, something that UCF isn't really comfortable with. They're a really athletic team, but getting to the rim is what they really want to do. So the defensive adjustments that Juwan Howard made, and Michigan executed really well, broke up that sort of flow that UCF had early and really paid dividends for Michigan getting the victory here. And then finally, number 3, Dickinson might be the team MVP already. I know that's lofty. I know he's a true freshman. We haven't seen him in Big Ten play, so that's definitely an early thought, but he's on pace, right? He's averaging something like 12, 13 points and 8 rebounds per game. Really a force on defense as well, just forcing tough shots that maybe don't show up on the stat sheet, but you see it time and time again from him. He just looks like a seasoned veteran out there, as Juwan Howard would say, and he's just extremely valuable for this team at the 5 position. So Michigan wins 80-58 against the UCF squad that I think is a little bit better than some are giving credit to. But that's it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. We finally reached 2,000 subscribers. Thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. If you haven't, come join us. I really like the community we're building here, the comments you guys are leaving. I appreciate all the support. That's all I got. Gotta get some sleep. We got Michigan hockey coming up. We got more basketball, hopefully against Toledo. We'll see if that materializes. That's all I got for you guys. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. As always, go Blue.